It's a real pinch me moment, Barbie offering to make a one-of-a-kind Barbie doll in my likeness, which I think they've done a wonderful job. I think she resembles me quite well actually here in general practice with one of the Gowns for Doctors gowns. I'm Dr. Kirby White and I'm a general practitioner based in Bendigo, Victoria. So initially when the pandemic broke in Australia, as a rural GP, we had no personal protective equipment to continue providing care to our patients. Every website that I went to in the beginning of the pandemic was saying that they were sold out of medical gowns. So it was almost impossible for Australian-based doctors to be able to get access to protective gowns. And there was this real sense of urgency that we needed to come up with an idea that would solve our PPE problems. And so we started creating gowns in our waiting room of our medical clinic. It seemed like a crazy idea at the time, but it worked really well. And we thought, we've got to help our colleagues out here across rural and regional areas. And so we reached out for help and started creating a large number of gowns to distribute across the state. And that was really the crux of the Gowns for Doctors initiative getting up off the ground. It was really a moment where you were just flying by the seat of your pants. We had to find the next best solution that enabled us to see our patients, particularly those with respiratory illnesses. The gowns that were created initially through Gowns for Doctors were community sewn gowns. So these gowns were made by volunteers in and surrounding the Bendigo community. We had over 100 local volunteers sewing these gowns over the course of many months. I feel like I'm part of 1,000 people's families here in Bendigo, and it's a really wonderful feeling to have to be welcomed into people's lives and have the opportunity to make a difference. And I'm really proud to show the kids that I see this Barbie, they love it. I had Mattel reach out to me a couple of weeks ago, giving me some information about the campaigns that they're currently running. And one of those campaigns was the Thank You Hero campaign, honouring women in the fields of STEM. It was something certainly that I felt was a really important topic, because a lot of young girls, particularly in rural and regional areas, may not know that these careers are even available. I went to a state school, I had 10 people in my class, and I was the only female doing areas of science. I was the only girl in biology, physics and chemistry class. And so I was completely taken back by being awarded this award. It's a real pinch me moment. I feel incredibly proud to be part of one of these 6 women who have been awarded. It was important for them to demonstrate through this award the reality of me and my career, and that is me wearing my basic blue scrubs to work that say Dr. Kirby on the front there, and the fact that I wear a gown 90% of my time. So I sent through some photos of me having fun at work, and this is the result. So I think they've done a fantastic job. Look, I do put her in different hand positions. She's often holding things or leaning up against a medical textbook or doing a blood pressure. So we do have a bit of fun. I've got a whole bunch of gowns here, which are some of the gowns produced from Gowns for Doctors. These are gowns that will be dispatched across our country in coming days. Except for the top one, this is my personal favourite. This is the pink flamingo gown. She's an original gown from Gowns for Doctors, who's survived the past 18 months of the pandemic, and I feel very attached to this gown at the moment. But the rest of these are brand new gowns. They've all been made by community sewers here in Bendigo, and it's pretty identifiable with the colours that we have. We have received many emails from GPs and nurses across Australia, and also lots of posts on social media, pictures of people wearing their brightly coloured community gowns and little messages saying, thanks so much for thinking of us. It's created this sense of teamwork in the general practice community, this sense of camaraderie, and that's really important, particularly at times of pandemic fatigue, which I feel a lot of GPs and health professionals are experiencing at the moment. And just to be able to receive a nice gift in the post. It's a big box. There's anywhere from 7 to 10 gowns. There's lots of colours. I put lots of little notes in there saying we're thinking of you, keep going. I think it just really lifts the spirit of our nation for those on the front line. So it's been really, really lovely to receive the feedback.